Hi, Claire.
I'm here.
You okay?
Yes, not too bad.
How are you coping with the situation?
I'm all right. I keep myself busy. I've just got really bad toothache, so I've got to go to the dentist Friday. If it's no better, might have to take the tooth out.
Oh dear.
So I'm on the second lot of antibiotics. There's been so much pain. So I don't know. I don't really want the tooth out, but because they can't use any drills or anything either, so I really don't know what he's going to do.
I think there is no worse pain than a teeth.
No, 'cause it's all in my neck and my ear.
Oh dear.
It's
because it's all connected, isn't it, within your body? So
yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah, I've not been able to eat much. It's like I'm just drinking loads of water. So the stronger antibiotics. So I'm just hoping and praying they're going to work enough by Friday. But it's unbearable, isn't it? That the pain that you get.
Yeah.
I've not even been able to drink my tea.
I am not surprised. I've been through that many years ago. I've got only a few left now, which have got all the roots taken out.
Right.
So I don't feel any pain anymore. But sometimes if the jaws are affected, then sometimes I can feel the jaws really. But it's hard work. I've had so many injections that I can't even count how many. Yes, so we will see. We are still working.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I work with the construction business, so we are working. Probably tomorrow, and then we're giving it up.
Right. Yeah. No, because everyone just needs to lock down, don't they?
Yes, but when I went this morning around the town, there was so many people out and about, not single, not in two, but 3 and 4.
Right.
So
it's unbelievable, isn't it?
It's unbelievable what is happening, honestly. I don't think people understand the situation.
No, they don't. I think as well, it's been a bit confusing, hasn't it?
Yes.
The instruction.
And I think that the government is really in need of stamping it down, really.
Yeah, well, that's it. They need to just get the army out and just make everybody go home.
Yeah, apparently they have it in London.
Right.
Hello.
Can you introduce yourself?
Sorry, Miriam. I'm a little bit late.
Oh, Frankie. Hello,
Frankie.
I didn't recognize your voice.
Sorry.
Frankie meet Claire. Claire meet Frankie.
Hello, Claire. Hi.
Hello.
We're going to give few more minutes because we expect few more people to join. So
yeah.
Hopefully. How are you doing? Are you still working, Frankie?
Yes, I'm still in work. Yes, I don't know why, but yeah, I'm still there on the front lines.
We were just saying with Claire that I think we think that the government needs to do more in stamping, because today I have seen so many people about. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, I've seen a few out as well around in Aston, and it was very interesting. Yeah, very, very interesting what's going on at this time. Yes, and another death has been as well at the 21-year-old young lady.
21-year-old?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't hear that. Yeah, I've had a call from a client of mine from utility warehouse. She's worried about her bills and about her work. She's off work since last Thursday because she's working in the restaurant, and basically no work, no pay.
Hello, hi.
I was speaking to my neighbor earlier on as well, and he is worried as well because he is in construction and he went to work today and was told to go home. So you know, self-employed people are really worried because all they get is £94 a week, if they get it.
Yeah, that's what they've got to sort out, isn't it? All
Yes,
those.
yes, it's a very hard thing. But one of the third world countries in South America, what they did is the government went and put them in quarantine, all of them, but also said that for the next 3 months, none of them will be paying any household bills. So free telephones, free gas, free electricity. You know, they for 3 months, which is a good thing, I think, because it really, you know, people are stressed up. People are really having a difficult time.
Yes, it's testing everybody's
and that's only a few days. So can you imagine to stand the next few weeks? It's unimaginable how many people will be affected.
Yes. Yes, very interesting times. Very, very interesting.
And something else, yesterday I went to the office, and next to the office there is a NHS surgery, and the workers there come out to have a cigarette, and believe it or not, none of them stood 2 meters apart from each other.
Yes.
So it's a very sad situation. Are you having some problems with the phone, Claire?
Phone?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Are you having some problem with the connection?
No.
I thought because you keep disappearing.
Oh, no, I'm still here.
Okay, so shall we get on? And people who are supposed to join, they will join as they come.
I'm going to be here for an hour, Marie. Is that okay?
I think the way things are going, because our speaker today, Chris Burgess, he couldn't join us because his computer let him down, and he doesn't know how to do it from the phone. So it's going to be a little bit shorter. But what I would like to do is I would like to go through the agenda, if that's okay with you. And then we go and have a little bit of a question and answer thing afterwards. Will that be okay?
That would be great.
Wonderful. So let me go on to the next slide. I am hosting, because today is the date where Liverpool meeting is supposed to take place. And next Tuesday evening, we have the meeting for Stock-on-Trent. So next Tuesday at 6:30 p.m., we will be hosting the Stock-on-Trent networking event.
So that will be on the same Zoom as well, Maria, yeah?
Yes, on the Zoom, and at 6:30 p.m. instead of 6.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
And I like to introduce you to our sponsors, which are Dolphin Seminars, Dolphin Global Network, Dolphin Coaching, Acre Hotels, Holiday Inn Express, Holiday Inn and Style Builders, as well as ID Background. I need to add here that the hotels are slowing dramatically down. In fact, most of them are already closing. So that is why we had to move our meetings online to save people, to save health and well-being of the people, and also to ensure that we adhere to the government's advice and guidance. Our usual agenda starts at 6 p.m. But because we have moved online, then obviously we have shortened this a little bit. So usually at 6:30 we start with welcome, a little presentation, and then we have a break, and then we have another presentation, followed by some information on Dolphin Global Network and what we offer as membership, and then we are finished by 8:30. But because we have moved online, we will be slightly ahead of time. So Dolphin Global Network is founded by myself in 2019, so we are just under a year old. My background is over 35 years in business experience. Last year I have been awarded a very surprised award for being the most reliable person. This was awarded to me by a Manchester-based organization which work with charitable organization, local business, and so on. So that was a big surprise for me. But I'm very, very happy about being told that I am a most reliable person. I am also a certified master coach. What does it mean is that I am certified coach and mentor in 5 areas of genres for people to help. So I am a life coach, I am an executive coach, I am leadership coach, I am a business coach, and this is what is my passion. I am helping businesses to grow. I have been also publishing some articles. I have had the pleasure to be in the International Coaching magazine about 3 years ago. I run a couple of blogs, and also I am currently writing my own book, which should be ready in the next 2 months. So as I mentioned, I am a coach, mentor, and business consultant, and most of all, I'm self-starter. So I have in my past started several businesses from scratch. I have built 2 of them to a 7-figure business before the last recession. And like I mentioned, I'm a blogger, YouTuber, and podcaster. The podcasting I have started about 4 weeks ago. Since then, I had my phone stolen, so I had to do everything from scratch again. And I have just published a couple of new podcasts. So if you are on Spotify, you can find me. And if you are on YouTube, you can either find my channel under my name or under Dolphin Seminars. And I'm also a marketer. I am a network marketer, so I help people in that area as well. Our mission is to inspire, motivate, encourage, guide, and connect people on their journey to success. This is just a short version of our mission, and I will show you our extended version in the slide later on. So let's move to our first presentation. And what I would like to do today is, in view of the fact that we are all imprisoned in our own homes, which is really, for many people, it's a very hard thing to do. But if you really think about this, you can actually spend that time for one of 2 things. And the first thing is you can catch up on your personal development. You can catch up on the things that you always wanted to do in the house, but you have not had the time, you were too tired, you were not in the mood, and many other things that basically stop you from doing things. Like, for instance, this afternoon, I finished my work earlier and I took advantage of the weather. So I have cleared my garden, for instance, which was waiting for months on end to be done. And I have been able to do that today. And I must tell you this, it was a great pleasure to be in the garden, because whilst I was cutting the shrubs and sweeping the area, I was actually able to speak to my neighbor that I haven't spoken to for at least 6 months. We have been able to have a coffee, even though at a distance apart, we have been able to have a coffee. We have been able to talk to each other, where we haven't been able to do it for a long time, because he's extremely busy. He's a self-employed person, so he's been working from 6 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night, and I have been busy, so we have always been passing each other, but never be able to really create relationship of any kind. So that is something amazing. But the other thing is, it was the great pleasure to be outside and do casually something that gave me pleasure, gave me fresh air, gave me exercise, and gave me the ability to work on a relationship with my neighbor. I think it's a great thing that it has opened that opportunity. So this is one way we can do something with our time. But the second thing, and this one is even bigger, and I think the second thing is even more important, because I am surprised how many people, having found themselves in the house, are not knowing what to do with themselves. So the second opportunity, which gives us the internet, is just totally just unlimited, because there are things that you can do online and you can make money with it. You can learn if you wish to. There is 600 universities that are giving away 900 free courses, so you can expand your skills, you can learn new skills, you can start to personal develop for free, basically, because 900 courses is a huge area, and from different universities around the world in different languages, which is just amazing. There are so many people offering free access to their online courses, free webinars, free seminars, but the money-making opportunity is just amazing. And we have Claire here, who will tell us a little bit later on about herself. And I know Claire is doing quite a lot online, and she's doing very well. I know Frankie is doing things online, and I know many other people, including myself, are building online businesses. So the internet is giving us a huge opportunity, which is limitless, which is if we have the patience, if we have the ability to use our intuition and take advantage of the honest offers, we will be able to come out of this crisis much stronger than we would be if we would be just sitting down, having a beer, having a coffee, and just watching TV. Because this situation, it just didn't happen out of the blue. This situation, which we are in at the moment, is teaching us a huge lesson. And like I spoke to my neighbor said something like this. He says, we have to rush to love each other because people's lives are passing out so quickly.
Yeah.
So connect with your relatives, connect with your friends, even though you today we are forced to do it mostly online, but we have so many tools, we have so many things that we are able to use in order to renew, build, and maintain and nurture our relationships with friends, family, with neighbors, with other connections, business connections, work colleagues, etc. This is a huge lesson for us because so far, and we have seen in the last 2 weeks, an example of egoism. I'm sorry to say that. But
an example of what? Sorry, Marie, say that again.
Egoism, selfishness and egoism.
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 Oh, egoism, sorry, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have seen so many examples of that because people were just selfishly going and buying everything and anything because they were thinking that everything is going to be shortage of. So I think this lesson is really special, and unless we actually take some lessons out of the situation, we might be lost after when we come out of it and we are back to normal life. So we have a huge opportunity, and I think our own duty, as in my duty as a coach, and everyone who is actually taking active part in talking to others, in self-education and development, we are all having to take responsibility and share our knowledge with others. Because if we are going to change someone else's way of thinking, even if it is one person that we influence in a positive way, it will be a phenomenal success. So I know Frankie already does, I know Claire already does, and I am doing it, and I know a few other people who are already doing it. If you have a YouTube channel, go on the YouTube channel and motivate people to do something about their life. Motivate. If you speak to your family, if you speak to your friends, please motivate them, because this is a time where we really must help each other to improve our mental state, because this is a huge trial of our mental strength, of our physical strength, of our sanity. It is a huge, huge demand on us. So we need to be ready at any time. If someone is going to call us, or when we talk to somebody, we need to take interest in how they're coping with that strenuous situation. Because without that, we might find ourselves encroached with so many more people affected with mental illness that we could not even comprehend. I know that current statistics in the UK are that 1 in 4 people has got some kind of mental condition. So this situation could dramatically increase that unless we, the people, are going to help out those affected in as many ways as possible, particularly with our patients, with our ability to listen to them, with our ability to direct them to the right people to help them.
Yeah.
Because this, I mean, look, we are in quarantine for the last week, and people are already walking up the wall. They cannot stand the situation. So we need to help them as much as we can. And I think that's our duty as citizens, as people, and as coaches and leaders.
Yeah.
So leading on to that, I would like to extend my presentation to giving you 6 very valuable points or pillars of successful activity. And each of those key points is starting with the letter C. So C for Charlie, 6 C's for successful activity. And like I was saying, that we are in the very, very special times, and we need lots of courage to be able to help others. So number 1 C for success is courage. Okay, that's the foundation of anything that we are doing. Because if we fail at something, or if something doesn't go right for us, we automatically start thinking, oh my God, oh, what is going to happen? I have not succeeded in doing this. I've lost money. What am I going to do? And this is a question which majority of self-employed and business owners is asking themselves today. What am I going to do? How am I going to survive? And we have heard only today, and I think not Frankie, and a colleague of mine, my former client, released information today about the statistics, how many people have already lost jobs. They were just told, sorry, you've got no job. So there is so many people around us asking themselves these questions. And that leads them to thinking, oh my God, so this is a problem. If I go this way is a problem. Whatever I do is a problem. They start thinking negative instead of positive. So courage is actually helping us to make key decisions, key points, and often the most difficult decision. And as an example, one of my clients today telephoned me and said this: I wanted to carry on to finish a couple of jobs that we have just basically just little bits to do. I wanted to finish by weekend so I could release all of my workers on holiday, but he said there is no supplies, so we can't finish. So I have to say to them, sorry, but from tomorrow you're not coming to work. It's a very tough decision because these people have families. So initially they will be on holiday, but what after that? People who have courage, they've got strategies, they've got systems, they've got things which are implemented, and they have resources that are capable to take them on even if there is a difficult time to overcome. So the right thing and the right time for a person who has a courage is always available. Okay. Number 2 is conviction. So people who are absolutely convicted of what they are doing, they know what they are doing. If they lose their conviction in their activity, they lose energy. They just basically flop. Okay? But when there is conviction in what you are doing, in your beliefs, in your culture at work, in your systems, you can actually be tested in any situation, and you will go through it like a bullet, because you've got the right qualities to tackle any situation, to answer any question, to deal with any adversity, and to be able to take note of any signs that are coming your way. So basically, you are one step ahead already as a person who has a courage and conviction. Number 3 is capabilities. So if you have got capabilities, you are a person who see things ahead of everyone else, and you are very quick at executing your ideas, your goals, your steps, your strategies, everything that you believe in. You are just getting it done, executing it, and basically you are acting as a modus operandi. Just do it. Simple and always right. But at the same time, when you are capable, you always choose the right people for your team, because you've got that, what some people call sixth sense, and you are able to create the right environment for your workers. You are able to maintain the right relationships. You are able to keep up constant development of your business, of your employees. You invest in your people. You are able to educate them, train them, take them for coaching events, and you've got the right structure to create a great management team to help you to take things to the next level. So it's very, very important that these key fundamentals are within you. Either you develop them because they can be developed, or some of them just come automatically. Okay. The next C, that's number 4, is collaboration. Okay. And these days, sadly, collaboration is extremely difficult to be implemented among people, particularly in the areas where the corporate world, which is known for what we call the rat race. It's very hard to implement collaboration because people are envious, people are afraid, people are reserved towards each other. They are not trusting each other, and so on. But if you can create the right team, like we said in the previous point, then you've got easy step to create collaboration among the people. Okay. But in order to do the thing so that collaboration is really, really working in your business or in your team or in your job, you've got to have 3 things. The first one is that you have chosen the right people, so you created the right team. Your company is in the right position, and you've got the absolutely perfect coordination between all your staff members, including yourself as a business owner. So that's very, very important. And as a leader, you can, having all that, you can create a continuous improvement in the way the team is working, in the way the company is developing. You can provide them with a high velocity pack. You can build the right processes and strategies, and that will help you to even more integrate your team and your people and maximize the teamwork as well. So number 5 is capital. And capital basically is the cash flow that is keeping the business going, yeah? So your daily financial activity, incoming money for your activity, and the expenditure, and the wages, and so on. So if a company has abundance of capital, quite often, if they are not careful, they might fall in one of 3 categories. They might become reckless with the money, okay? They might make wrong decisions because, you know, a board of directors sits down and might think, well, we've got £1 million, so that's quite a lot of money, so we can take people on holiday, we can buy new uniforms, but no word about investment for the future, no plan B created for the company in case hard times such as current times would come, and overspending comes into effect, and then the company becomes into trouble. So when you have capital that is available within the company, you need to be really, really careful in the way you are managing that inflow, that cash.
You have to know where every penny's going, that's right.
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
And where your money's going, yeah.
Absolutely. And you also need to look at that every pound that you spend several times before you spend it.
So believe me, I've heard as well that you can get capital as well by having other people's money. I think sometimes as well.
Yes, you can.
If you have other people's money as well, Maria, I think sometimes it probably forces you or disciplines you to spend that money very carefully and wisely, knowing it's not your money. Does that make sense? Yeah. So.
Yes, absolutely, it makes sense, Frankie, and I thank you very much for your input, because it is very valuable. At the same time, looking at borrowing, we need to be very careful with how we borrow the money or how we bring in the investments from third parties.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. So we need to have a business plan, well-written business plan in operation, which will help us to control our activity. Okay?
Yeah.
And the actual fact is that most businesses, they tend to underestimate the amount of capital that they need for their day-to-day running.
Yeah.
Okay. And the simple reason is that most businesses don't plan ahead. They don't have a business plan. They don't do cash flow forecast. So basically, they don't know where they are from day to day, from month to month within their business.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And that is one of the aspects where most businesses tend to fail in the first 5 years. Now, the 6th C is consciousness. Okay. So we have to be sensitive. We have to be able
aware
to read the current situation. Okay. And like the current situation is going to really sift through many businesses which have been ready for an eventuality like this, and those that were not prepared in any way. This is a very testing time. So the question is whether the businesses that are in the current situation have learned anything from their past experiences or they haven't. And another example, real life example, I spoke the other day to a person who is self-employed, and he seemed to be always living a very sort of humble style life. I know him for about 15 years, and I knew that he never overspend, and he always, you know, he doesn't splash money out and about everywhere. But he said to me, he says, what do you think of the situation? He says, what will happen to people who have got loans? So I said, well, the interest rate on mortgages is only 0.01. And he says, I'm not talking about mortgages, he said. I'm talking about people who have loans, because I have a loan for a car and I have taken loan to pay off my credit card. And he said, I've already spoken to the bank, and the bank said, yes, we can give you a holiday, but that holiday will cost you so much. So he says, now that I am not going to be able to work, what am I going to do about paying my loans off? So I looked at him and I said, well, I don't know really, because I am not in that situation. But if you look at the fact that every day each person born in UK carries at least £15,000 debt on their head, so even people who are not in debt, they still carry the debt, then I'm thinking, well, this situation can make people bankrupt. If the government or the banks don't help, that is the future that is awaiting them. And it is very testing time. It is very testing time, but this is an example where people don't think ahead. Because if somebody would talk to me, and I am not a financial expert, but if someone would say to me, I have taken a loan to pay off my credit card, I would say that is the biggest mistake in your life. You should not be taking a loan out to pay another loan off, because it's going to cost you much more. But that's by the by. So being conscious is actually being aware of what is going around you. And the only way we can be aware of what is going around us is to be able to learn, to listen, to observe, to take part in relationship activity, building relations, business relations, social relations, because when you talk to people and when you observe things and when you are self-developing, you learn about all that, you know about that. And this is an example of someone who is sitting on the sofa, going through the phone and going to Amazon and other places and buying stuff using the credit card without thinking, without being conscious of the situation around them. So being conscious means also to have a clear vision of what we want, what we are striving for, and we are aware of the future obstacles. Okay? I'm not talking about problems, but I'm talking about little things such as borrowing for paying off credit card, etc., that we are not conscious of because we are not thinking the right way. So by being conscious, by observing, by listening, by discussing, we are able to see things much quicker than anybody else. We are able to understand the risks, and we are able to calculate those risks well in advance. So instead of buying something we think twice. Instead of investing into something, we think what investment would be the right one for us and for our capital. Okay.
That's the expertise. That's the skill. The instincts of an entrepreneur, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Risk.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
but the only way we can do that, we can develop that instinct through being conscious of what is happening, through observation, through discussions, through self-education.
Yeah.
And that is so important. And this what I was just explaining to you today is, if you look at all those points, they are so current, they are so important right now, that we need to be careful. Yeah. Any questions on that? Okay.
No, I'm just in a lot of pain, sorry, so I'm not speaking.
I'm really sorry, Claire. I hope everything goes well. I believe a good shot of whiskey is good for that. Okay, so
what is it you suffer with, Claire?
She has a toothache, poor girl.
A really bad toothache that's got into my throat and my ear, so I've been
nothing worse.
I know, antibiotics. I've been to the dentist 3 times this week. I've got to go Friday, and if it's no better, he's going to have to take my tooth out.
Clove of oil is good for that, Claire. You get some clove of oil from the chemist and rub it on the teeth. It will help to ease the pain.
Oh, what? Sorry?
Clove of oil, it's called. Yeah, it's like a little bottle of, and you rub it on your teeth. Right. Yeah, and it really helps. Yeah.
Right.
Clove of oil.
It's so painful.
Yeah, it's not nice having toothache.
I'm really
it's horrible.
Sorry for that.
It's horrible. It's horrible having toothache. Do you know though, Claire? Because I used to get toothache really bad. I used to get really bad toothache and have a bit of a sweet tooth. I've had all my nerves out of my teeth now. But do you know that you can get migraine? It can affect your teeth.
Can you get what? Migraine?
You can get migraine. What can affect your teeth?
Oh.
I used to get it quite a lot. Yeah.
I tell you something else.
I've not had it for a.
I don't normally suffer with my teeth or anything. It's just came on last week.
I've had it for a bit. It's gone. I've not had it for quite a while. So.
Wait a minute. Toothache. Toothache.
It's like it's throbbing. It's in my neck gland.
Right. I don't know if you have ever seen this, but Louise Hay is saying that teeth represent decisions. So if there is a problem with the teeth or root canal, there is a long-standing indecisiveness, inability to break down ideas for analysis and decisions. And there is a affirmation for that. I make my decisions based on the principles of truth, and I rest securely knowing that only right action is taking place in my life.
Right.
Wow. We can't get away with anything, can we?
No.
There's a reason for everything.
After what I saw yesterday on YouTube from a German explorer, shall I say, there is so much that we don't know. It's just unbelievable. So going back to Dolphin Global Network and our mission, as I promised to you, I have to add the following: that our mission is to motivate, inspire, guide, and support people on their way to success through networking events, seminars, conferences, individual coaching, mentoring, education, masterminds, elite leadership club, and other offline and online activities to empower others. Our core values are dependable, open-minded, loyal, passionate, honest, integrity, and no nonsense approach.
Yeah, I like that. I really
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's really important. I think it's really important. I think I do go to a lot of events to do a lot of networking, Maria. I think what would be great as well, I hope Claire agrees with this, is that if we can get to some events like investment events and some events where we can educate ourselves a
Definitely,
little
there is
bit more.
plenty coming forward, and we will be going to those.
Yeah, excellent. That'd be great to get the team to go to them.
And I hope that we will be able to organize one shortly as well.
Exactly, that's what we're doing, aren't we, Emily? Yeah.
Excellent. So we have come to the next point, which is mini presentations, and we've got 40 minutes yet, isn't it, Frankie? No, or you've got 9 minutes.
Yeah, that's right, Emily. Yeah,
okay, so Frankie, would you introduce yourself so Claire will learn more about you?
Hello, Claire. Claire, yeah, my name is Frankie Kingston. I've been an entrepreneur for around about, I would say, around about 10 to 11 years. So it's been a bit of a roller coaster. So I've done quite a few business ventures, and I've learned these business ventures and learned to meet people through going to networking events. So that's where it started. So I've been involved in import and export international trade. And it started from there really. I learned a little bit about network marketing, and that's where I met Maria with a company called Utility Warehouse. So I've known Maria now for nearly since 2011. So I've known her for good 8 or 9 years, and we've built a really good friendship and a really, through Utility Warehouse, and we're doing a lot of business together. So I'm into teaching education. I have an enterprise called Advanced Phoenix Train Enterprise. I teach and educate. I do mentoring and coaching, and I'm a public speaker. So I've learned so much through Maria in the space of a few months. It's been incredible, and what I've learned through Maria is, that how much honesty and integrity she has, how much wisdom she has, and how much experience and courage she has as an entrepreneur, as a business person. So I've really learnt a lot from Maria, and she's really given me a lot of hope and deepened my faith and beliefs that I can become a real leader in society. So my life is definitely going that way. I'm passionate about transforming the lives of youth. So I do work with a lot of youth, and I've had family members killed in the streets of Manchester. So it's really passionate about transforming youth and working with youth and really making a difference, not just to my life and my family, but making a difference to the society and the world that we live in through my experiences and my, journey as an entrepreneur and my trial and errors and my difficulties through life, which has really taught me a lesson of, being a successful leader and being a successful entrepreneur. So all my life experiences have really come to the forefront now, and I'm at this stage now where, I see myself becoming very successful, very influential in the world as well. And I just hope to inspire the next generation and to work with youth. And just to be a role model really for everybody around me, my family, my friends, and to make a difference in society. And I think that joining Dolphin Global Network has really helped me a lot, and I've learned so much in the space of a few months with Maria and Dolphin Global Networks. It's been an incredible journey, so I really have a lot of gratitude, and I really appreciate the journey what I'm going to be on, and I can see myself becoming very successful. So that's me, Claire.
Thank you very much, Frankie.
Thank you very much.
Very interesting. Thank you.
Claire, would you like to say something about you, if you can?
Yes. Well, my background is in teaching, so I qualified as a teacher in 1992 with teaching PE and religious studies. And I take a very different approach with that as well, and very creative. Then in 2012, I was made redundant from teaching. I then got some temporary posts So I was never out of work, but then it was then that I decided I wanted to do something a bit different. I want to use my skills that I'd got, because I was a head of department and I used to lead 19 members of staff, to use those skills and doing something for myself, and something that was totally different. So that's when I got into network marketing, because I had gout, which was very painful. And then I was searching online for businesses that I could do. And
join the club. Excuse me to butt in, Claire. I suffer with gout as well, so I know that feeling.
Yeah, it was unreal. I couldn't move my feet. It was awful, and my toes. And so I had to have a week off work, and they did say I'd need a bit longer off. But what I did was I found Forever Living. I don't know if you've heard of that company. It's the aloe vera gel.
Wow.
And they do all products. So what I did was I sort of bought that, and I just drank that and took, it's called Arctic Sea. So it's a very high grade fish oil supplement, but it's not... oh, sorry, my tooth is really killing me. So I took that, and within a week it had gone, and I have drank that ever since, and I had no trouble with my joints, because it's obviously it's arthritis in the joints, isn't it? So that keeps it at bay. And that's a really good company. I love the products. I could sell the products quite easily. I still do sell them now. I still have some regular customers, and I take it myself. So it also clears my psoriasis up, because I've suffered with that as well, practically all my life.
Wow.
So that was another big thing for me, because having that is just not good. And then about 3 years ago, I sort of, the passion is travel. I've always travelled, loved travelling, and one of my goals is just to travel, take a year off and just travel. I was supposed to do that after I taught for 2 years, but that didn't happen. So 3 years ago, then someone introduced me to travel business. So I thought, yes, that's more me. That is. Because the Forever Living products are amazing, but it's the team and the way the company's structured to pay with that wasn't really what I mean. It's good, but you've got to sell like £800 worth of products each month to get your team.
Oh my God!
Yeah, you had to sell about £400 worth, and then recruit 2 team members every single month just to get your team going. So it was just really
very tough.
Yeah. But the travel business, I really enjoy that. So I've got lots of customers, and with that, the team building is separate as well. But I've got growing a big team now with that. So I really enjoy it, because I can teach people, I can help people, I can motivate people. And what I enjoy, and that's where my skills are, which is why Maria, through the Dolphin Network group, that's really helped me, because that's really where I feel at home, is like coaching people and helping them, and directing them to different things and trainings and bettering themselves.
Excellent.
So that's sort of where my passions are. And the company that I work for is really good. So you get paid for what you do. So you get paid for your travel commissions. You also get paid for helping your team, which is separate. So the payment is instant.
What's the travel company called, Claire? What's it called?
It's IntelliTravel. It's an American company, but it's been going for like 28 years. And what they've done is they've always, they're a host company in America. And about 4 years ago, they teamed up with Planet Marketing, which is a marketing company. So that's why they've been able to bring it over to the UK. We're in Northern Ireland and in the Caribbean and Jamaica. And the branching out next will be Europe and Canada.
Okay.
So it's just it's quite brand new, sort of, as far as that's concerned. And it's obviously the network marketing industry, the way that's going, booming as well. But it is a fabulous company. The support I've had in the recent times, you know, obviously has been absolutely amazing. So actually help people who've been affected by the travel being disrupted, including myself, because I was supposed to be going to Cape Verde in 2 weeks, but I'm not going there now. So people have got the money back, or you know, they can rebook, so they haven't lost any money. But the support we've had and the training is just fabulous, and I really enjoy that.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's really motivating.
Fantastic. So, thank you very much, Claire. Thank you very much, Frank.
Thank you, Marie, and thank you, Claire. As you know,
I
I'm going to have to leave
just close the meeting off, if you don't mind, as Frankie needs to go.
Okay.
Can I, before Frankie goes, would it be okay if I send the recording to our Dolphin Global Network Facebook page and to our YouTube channel?
That'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Because it will promote yourself as well as our Dolphin Global Network.
Excellent.
Frankie, how much time you've got? Do you have a minute?
Yeah, I have a minute. So I'd just like to say thank you, Maria. Great to see you.
I would like to organize a webinar.
Yeah.
Which will be promoting our leadership club and our membership in Stoke-on-Trent and Nottingham and everywhere. And if you could, I will create the event, and if you could help us to spread the news, we can then create a club, and obviously Claire as our host in Stoke-on-Trent. She knows what will happen if we get the members and so on.
Excellent.
So, and I would like to invite you also to our next online networking, which is on Tuesday, 31st of March at 6:30 p.m. So if you can invite your people, I am sending emails to over 400 people for that. I will be posting it on social media and groups and stuff, so hopefully we will be able to get more people on that evening, okay?
Okay, thank you, Maria, and lovely to meet you, Claire.
And Frankie, could I invite you to do your presentation next Tuesday, because you haven't done it for Stoke-on-Trent yet. You have done it for Manchester and Nottingham.
Yes.
So if you could do your presentation.
Okay, that'd be great.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
And I'll see
Have a fantastic week. Stay well,
Sunday,
stay strong.
Thank
Keep
you.
in touch, Maria. Yeah, let me know when we're meeting up again.
Yeah, definitely. See you soon.
Thank you, Claire. Lovely to meet you. Bye-bye.
Claire, I hope your pain stops ASAP.
Yes. Clover vial, Claire.
Clover vial.
Yeah, clover vial. Try that.
Right. Well,
the chemist.
It's Friday, so I'll see what he says.
Okay. Bye-bye now. Take care.
Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.